we're going to talk about solving two-step equations. So when I say the word equation, I know that's kind of a scary name, but what does that mean to you guys? What's going to be in every equation always? Yes?
An equal sign.
An equal sign, that's right. And then when we're talking about solving, we're probably going to have at least one
Variable.
variable, that's right. So a variable is any some unknown quantity, and we usually represent it as a letter. So typically you see x, and after that you'll see y. So let's start with an easy one. I'm going to take you guys through one where I tell you what to do, and then I'm going to ask for you guys to help me out with the second example. So when I'm solving, that means I want to get x alone. I want to isolate the variable, is what that's called. So I don't want anything around it. I want it to be on its own side of the equal sign. So the first thing I do is I add or subtract where that's necessary. So when I'm moving things around to get x by itself, whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I'm going to start by subtracting 2 from both sides. So then what am I left with on the left side?
2x.
2x equals what?
2.
2. Perfect. Then after that, I'm going to multiply or divide. And the way that works is if I have 2 times x, to get rid of the 2, I'm going to divide. I'm going to do the opposite of what it's doing already. So then I have x equals what? 1. 1. So 2 over 2 is 1. Yeah. So then to know if I did this correctly, the final thing I do is I check. So to check my work, I look at what I got at the end, what I solved for x, and I just plug it back into where I started, and I see if that's true. So 2 times what? 1 plus 2 equals 4. This comes up to be 2. 2 plus 2. We all know what 2 plus 2 is. That's 4. 4 equals 4. It'll check to know that I checked my work and I'm good. Okay? So let's try something a little bit harder. Let's do 1/2 x. I'll write that differently. All right, x over 2 minus 3 equals 7. Okay? So who can tell me what my first move is here? Yes?
Add the 3 to both sides.
I'm going to add 3 to both sides. That was a great suggestion. So now I'm left with what?
X over 2.
Equals
10.
10. Perfect. Who can someone else tell me what I can do next? Yeah? Multiply by 2.
How did you know you were supposed to multiply?
So here's our variable, right? And it's being divided by 2. X over 2 is the same as x divided by 2. So we want to do the opposite to get rid of the 2 on this side. And then whatever we do on one side, we have to do the other. So when we multiply here, these ones cancel out. I've got x equals 10 times 2? 20. 20, nice. So I have x equals 20. So that's our final step is check. Let's see what we got. 20 over 2 minus 3 equals 7. Someone solve this first part. 20 over 2, what's that?
10.
10, nice. Oops. 10 minus 3 equals 7. What's 10 minus 3?
7.
7 equals 7. We did it right. And we put a big fat check mark. So that can be a lot to think about sometimes. So a way that I remember what I have to do when, what order I do things, whenever I'm solving a two-step equation. And by the way, why are we saying two-step? What are the 2 steps in that title?
To get the x by itself.
Right, to get the x by itself, we're going to do at least 2 different things,
Add
right?
or subtract.
Add or subtract,
And
multiply,
then
divide.
divide.
Right.
And then check.
And then check, right. So the way I remember it is a silly mouse does cartwheels. So A, S, M, D, C. So what are those standing for? Anna, tell me the first one. Add, yeah. Paige, tell me the next one.
Subtract.
Yeah. Remy, tell me third and fourth.
Multiply.
Divide.
Nice.
Divide. And C is for
Check.
check. You guys are amazing. So if you ever are looking at a problem like, I don't know, something crazy, 16x plus 34 equals 1,000, okay?
Oh my
something crazy like that, even though it looks kind of complicated, as long as you remember silly mouse does cartwheels, you'll know what to do when, and it maybe doesn't seem as crazy anymore. Any questions?